She looked me dead in the eye and said, "If you're unhappy, there's a door." Just like that, cold. I had brought up the flirting again, and she was done pretending to care. So I responded, "Thanks for the reminder." Simple, controlled. Then I acted, not to argue, not to grovel, just acted. Later that night, when she came home and found the place emptier, quieter, hollower than it had ever felt, she'd understand exactly what that meant. Rewind a few hours. I'm 30. She's 28. Her name's Tara. We were at a birthday party for one of her coworkers. She was draped over the bar, laughing at something the bartender said, hand resting on his arm longer than any friendly touch should. I watched her do it 3 times. I'd driven us to the party, bought the drinks, played the part. She was giving another man the same energy she used to pour into me, and I wasn't going to pretend not to notice. When she finally returned to our table, I kept it civil. "Can we talk?" I asked. Her eyes stayed locked on the bartender. "What's up?" she said. I pointed out the obvious. The hand on his arm, the hair twirl, the flirt laugh she used when she was into someone. "The laugh," she scoffed. "Seriously, Noelle." Her eyes practically rolled out of her skull. "You're being insecure. It's not attractive." I set a boundary. She treated it like a chore. "God, you're exhausting," she said. "There's nice and there's flirting," I replied. "You know the difference." She grabbed her drink, stood tall, and delivered the ultimatum. "If you're so unhappy, there's the door. Nobody's forcing you to stay." I looked at her stunned. "That's your response?" She sneered. "Sorry for having a personality. Sorry I'm not a shut-in like you. I just asked you not to flirt with other men," I said. "And I told you," she fired back, "if you don't like how I act, use the door." Her words sliced through any last thread I was holding on to. I said, "Thanks for the reminder," stood up, left money for the tab, and walked out. She didn't follow. Probably didn't notice until her glass was empty. Back at the apartment, mine technically since the lease, the bills, the furniture, and the Wi-Fi were all in my name. I sat down and just looked around. Her contribution: a few throw pillows, some Bath and Body Works candles, a live, laugh, love sign that made me cringe every time I saw it. This was my home, and it suddenly felt like a museum of compromise. My phone buzzed. "Tara, did you seriously leave?" So dramatic. Whatever. "Jake's giving me a ride home." "Jake," the bartender. Of course. Right then, the fog lifted. She'd said the door was right there. I decided to use it, but not in the way she thought. First, the shared Netflix, password changed. Then the electric bill still in my name, disconnection scheduled for 30 days. Same with the internet she needed for her work-from-home job. I packed methodically. 1 suitcase, a week of clothes, documents, laptop, toiletries, just the essentials. I left a note on the kitchen counter. You were right. The door was right there. I used it. The apartment's paid until the end of the month. After that, it's yours. Or Jake's. Good luck. Checked into a corporate sponsor hotel. Used the company card. I'd been saving them thousands by not using the relocation budget they offered with my recent promotion. Time to enjoy the perks. I turned off my phone and went to sleep for the first time in months without tension in my chest. 3 days later, Monday morning, I turned my phone back on. 73 missed calls, 149 texts, 28 voicemails. The chaos had bloomed in stages. Saturday night. "Where are you?" "Seriously, this is about earlier?" "So childish." "Sunday." "Okay, what the hell?" "Where's your stuff?" "This isn't funny." "I found your stupid note." "You're really leaving over one conversation?" "Then, the Netflix won't work." "That's so petty." "My show drops tonight. Please come home. We need to talk." "I didn't mean it." Monday, the internet company called. "Are you canceling the Wi-Fi?" "I work from home." "You can't do this. This is abusive." She called my mom. My mom called me laughing. "Tara says you abandoned her." I told her what happened. She told me to use the door if I was unhappy. So I did. Mom said, "Good. I never liked how she talked to you." I blinked. "Why didn't you ever say something?" "You weren't ready to hear it," she said. "Are you safe?" "Yeah, corporate housing." Need anything? Just support, always. Oh, and I told Tara to lose your number. I smiled. Mom's the man. Tara tried my friends next. My buddy Devin texted, "Yo, Tara's blowing up my phone. Says you lost your mind." I replied, "Nah, I moved out. She told me to leave if I was unhappy." Devin, about time, bro. She treated you like furniture. Furniture? I asked. You know, useful to have around, but not worth respecting. That hit different. They'd seen it. They knew. Nobody had said a word. Wednesday, escalation. Tara found out about my company's corporate housing. She showed up at my office. Reception called. "Mr. Brennan, there's a Tara here. Says it's an emergency. Please inform her all communication must be via email. If she won't leave, call security." I watched from my office window. She put on a show. Security had to escort her out. She kicked the glass door on her way. That afternoon, HR called me in. "We had an incident," they said. "Someone claiming to be your girlfriend caused a disturbance." Ex-girlfriend. I corrected. "She's not handling the breakup well. She claims you stole shared property. I took my belongings. She's upset I stopped paying her bills. We'll flag her with security. Let us know if you need anything." Corporate housing has its perks, like a security team that actually treated threats as threats. But the true fireworks came Thursday night. Tara made a miscalculation, broadcasted a venom-laced diatribe on social media, a long-winded lament about selfish, narcissistic exes who abandon their partners in times of need. She tagged me, posted doctored screenshots of our texts, conveniently trimmed to hide her own vitriol. Her friends swarmed the comment section like moths to flame. "Men are trash. You deserve better." Who dumped someone over a communication issue. Then came the curveball, Jake the bartender. He dropped a truth bomb. "Wait, isn't this the same guy you said was controlling? The one you dumped last Friday?" Suddenly, silence. Then another voice. "Didn't you go home with Jake that night? Didn't you say you were single when you were all over my brother? You literally told me last week you were planning to break up." Boom. Implosion. The post vanished within an hour, but not before Devin screenshotted the entire thread and sent it to me. That's when it all clicked. Tara had been setting the stage for weeks, testing the market, making me the fallback. Jake, believing he was a rebound, ghosted immediately after realizing he was a catalyst in a messy PR scandal. Meanwhile, I signed a lease on a modest apartment. Small, quiet, mine, no pastel wall decals, no passive-aggressive help, no eggshells beneath my feet. The piece was immaculate. Update 2. 2 weeks in, her unraveling was both tragic and oddly poetic. Week 1. She attempted love bombing. Arrived at my temp housing with flowers. Security intercepted. She left a note. "I choose you. Come home." I dropped the bouquet in the dumpster on my way to work. Week 2. Desperation evolved into responsibility shifting. Tara email. "Electricity company is threatening disconnect. This is your apartment." Correction. My former apartment. She'd been coasting rent-free for 8 months. I replied, "Time to adult. I can't afford this place alone." Then move. Not my concern. You know I'm between jobs. You told everyone at the party you were thriving in your freelance empire. It's a slow month. Still not my burden. Then came her next tactic, emotional manipulation by way of mutuals. She publicly claimed she was about to be homeless because her evil ex abandoned her. Devin annihilated the narrative with a single comment. She lived rent-free for 8 months. Utilities, internet, Netflix included. What more did she want? The illusion shattered. Then the facade fully collapsed. She started doing Instagram tours of apartments, luxury places far beyond her budget. The captions read like Pinterest dreams. New beginning sparkles manifesting this space into my life. The comments. Stunning babe, free comment, slay queen. But vision boards don't pay rent. Her freelance empire was barely grossing $600 monthly. The truth. She'd been living off me while performing independence for the gram. The mask disintegrated after a 2 a.m. drunk text. "You ruined my life." Jake won't answer. Marcus blocked me. David said I used him. You did this. I gave you the best years of my life. You were nothing before me. You told me to use the door if I was unhappy. I did. I didn't think you'd actually leave. You never fight. That's why I chose you. There it was. Brutal honesty in text. Saved not for revenge, but for reminders whenever I second-guessed my choice. Final update. A month later, karmic balance was restored. She couldn't secure a new lease. Tried convincing her mom to co-sign something cheaper. Her mom refused. Apparently, I wasn't the only one finished with her circus. She landed at Becca's. Yes, that Becca, the one she used to mock for still having a roommate. At 28, Becca with her no-nonsense house rules. No overnight guests, no loud music, no working from shared areas. Everything split 50-50ths. 2 weeks later, Becca texted me. Is she always like this? Like what? Forgot her wallet 3 times. Brought Jake over even after I said no guests. Used my skincare. I'm giving her 30 days. I warned her Tara might reach out. She did. One last flare. I need to talk in person, please. Against better judgment, I agreed. Public cafe. 15 minutes max. She arrived disheveled. The glossy Instagram veneer gone. Designer threads replaced by reality. No money, no ring light glow. You look good. Thanks. What did you want to say? I get it now. What I lost. What you were. The place feels hollow without you. Echoes. I didn't realize how much of that space was you. It was all me. Always had been. Would you consider? No. You didn't let me finish. We don't need to. She stared into her cup. Jake said I used him to make you jealous. But you weren't. You were just gone. When did you check out? The moment you told me to use the door, I realized it had always been open. I just hadn't dared walk through it. I didn't mean it. Yes, you did. You banked on me staying no matter how you treated me. Her eyes welled quietly, no theatrics. I'm moving back in with my parents. At 28, they're charging me rent. Mom says I need to learn accountability. Smart mom. Are you happy? I thought of my apartment, peaceful and clean. My promotion. The dating profiles I hadn't explored yet. Friends who invited me places again. The absence of storm clouds. Yeah, I am. She didn't say another word. Just left. That was 3 months ago. I heard she's working retail now, living with her parents. No more boss babe stories. No flirty bartender content. Just reality. The same reality she thought she was too good for when someone else picked up the tab. As for me, I kept that promotion, got a raise, started dating someone who actually respects me, bought furniture that doesn't come with strings attached, made a home that doesn't require eggshell navigation. The door had always been there. She was right about that. She just never imagined I'd walk through it and never turn around. Turns out when you tell someone to leave if they're unhappy. Sometimes they do, and sometimes they discover happiness was waiting for them on the other side. The house felt empty without me. Perfect. That's how it should be.